Well, good afternoon. There are a couple things that I've been needing to share, but I'm gonna be honest, I was running away from it. But let me tell you, y'all, when the Lord tells you to do something, please be obedient. Don't wait. Anyways, one of the things I want to share is it's part of the season, I will say, that I walked through this past year. By the end of last year, I had a disagreement with who were considered like my spiritual parents, my leaders of the church. Sadly, the relationship went a separate way. I honestly don't even know if it will be reconciled. Not because I didn't put the effort, but just because simply they are not willing. So I definitely don't want to get into much details, but the sad part of all this is not that we all had disagreements, because as people, when there's a multitude of people, there will always be a disagreement, right? There will always be someone or few that may not see eye to eye, and that's okay. That's part of being different. It's part of having our minds and our own opinions. However, I always say it was truth, right? It was actual truth. And another thing, how do we handle matters with our fellow man? Because God called us to seek peace with all man. So even if you're not in agreement, if two people are willing, there can be a form of reconciliation, but there has to be two people, right? So I was spoken to very poorly. It was very painful. I tell you, I went through a hard season because these people meant the world to me. I allowed them to be as parents in my life, but hey, God had to teach me that what man do has nothing to do with who he is. And it was just a learning experience for me, because I was able to see, as I mature in the faith and grew separately, that most people are not emotionally available and emotionally mature to deal with issues, especially with disagreements. No one is willing to come to the table and negotiate. Most people want to turn away. They want to betray, and not that it's intentional. It's because that's the way they cope. That's the way they handle matters due to their own lack in their lives, right?